Occupational therapy is a health profession that helps people to get back to the things that they do every day.
And helps them do things that they love.
Health professions are really cool. OT is the coolest. So also it's a bit more personal than a lot of other health professions. You get to know people better.
Sure.
So for us, PT or physical therapy gets you from point A to point B, but occupational therapy means once you're at point B, what are you going to do there? So you got down the stairs, what do you want to do downstairs? Why are you at the sink? What are you going to do there?
Okay, so for me, the difference between OT and PT is for a PT, they can help a patient get to the door, but for an OT, they can help a patient get themselves to the door.
OT to me is a health professions that help people of all populations to help improve their life, and that they will become independently living on their own after their therapy, and that they would be able to achieve and do what they want in life and live their life to the fullest.
Why you chose OT?
Oh yeah, the first reason is about money. The OT is the most fast growing job in the society right now. The OT student can easy to find a job in the hospital setting, in the school setting, and so on. The second reason about my family issue. So my parents all work in a restaurant for a long day, so they have so many injury about hand, about the body one. So they really need a rehab, but they don't know anything about rehab, about OT. So I choose the job, so I think I can do something professional thing to help them. Also, after I graduate, I can go back to my community to have some more immigrant people, because they will know more about rehab.
So I chose OT mostly because I want to help people, but specifically I like to work with people and interact with people. I can't really deal with blood or needles, and I want to help people, so this was a perfect fit for me.
Both my parents are occupational therapists, so I grew up watching them help people, and all I know is with my career I want to help people too, and occupational therapy is a great way to do that. Physical therapy is more about rehabbing physical body structures in an orthopedic approach, where occupational therapy is more holistic and works on helping people get back to their everyday life function.
Occupational therapy is a form of therapy that helps people participate in activities that they want to do and activities that they need to do. It helps them become more independent and more functional through the therapeutic use of occupations.
The reason I chose OT is because I like helping people, and the OT gives me a chance to interact with people of all ages to help them to get back to their normal activities or occupation that are meaningful to them. The second reason I chose OT is in my country we don't have a lot of OT, so I want to graduate here and go back to my country to help my people to spread, and also to spread the awareness of the OT to the Asian country.
I chose OT because I'd reached a point in my life where I'd figured out I wanted to work with people with disabilities. And it made sense because I like the creativity involved with it. I like the problem solving, considering not just the person's goals and functional abilities, but also considering the environment and environmental impacts. And given my earlier history as an engineer, as a mechanical engineer, those aspects appeal to me, the problem solving and kind of the more holistic perspective.
Okay.
And so that's what led me to it, because I really didn't, as an engineer, I was kind of lost. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. But I always had this idea I wanted to do something that made a difference somehow. Without really being able to put my finger on it. And as it worked out, as we were talking about the differences between OT and PT, and as I was saying, OT is really about the helping people do functional activities that involve movement, but also cognition and sensory limitations, and that they may or may not have, as well as the impacts of the environment. And so we're trying to help people take whatever movement capability they have and whatever cognitive capability they have and sensory capability they have, and helping them make the most of that, and as needed help them compensate either by modifying the environment or modifying their behavior, modify what they're learning to help them get done what they need to get done. So I think, to me, OT is all about doing stuff in context, and we have to, and that's what makes it such an interesting thing to do for a living, because it's all about problem solving, and it's very tends to be very unique to the individual, and I don't know a lot about what PTs do, but a lot of things that they do in rehab settings tends to be more proceduralized, and so I think they have a lot of creativity associated with what they do, but I think we get even more. And so I think that's a thing, that a difference that I think is also explains why I'm kind of I'm more attracted to OT as a discipline. But both are very much needed.